Hey guys, this is Matti and I'm here to talk about week 13 of my progress. Um, I have a few things to talk about first. Ever since my downswing in March, I've been slacking a bit. I've been playing less, and every time I take a day off, I go see some friends and we probably start drinking, and it escalates like by the evening, and then the day after I'm hungover, which means I don't feel ready to play either, and then I only study a bit and feel bad all day, which I need to stop doing really. It's severely impairing my progress right now, and it's annoying. Um, Also, the change that I made by playing at night um, impaired my progress as well. I was becoming really lazy, and that's not good. So I changed it again. Like I'm getting up early again, and playing till like midnight or 1 a.m. or something. I think it's a better schedule for me. Even though I'm like just as awake at night, like 4 or 5 a.m. I don't have any problem staying awake up till then. But when I get up later, slack off in the afternoon, which is bad. Like when I get up like at 9:30 in the morning, I start fresh and just get right into it. So that's what I need to do right now, because I need to get this volume up. It's a bit pathetic. I need to keep going. Um, don't drink on my days off. Yeah, that's about it. Anyway, let's get to the graph. So um, yeah, this was the like last video. Um, Last video I was talking about this part where I hit stop loss like 1 day or 2 days in a row. Yeah, I talked about that last video, which is pretty bad. But like I was still playing pretty terribly here. I was making dumb plays. Like yeah, I was just not putting in as much effort as I was before. So then I made a change. I think it was around here or something, or it was either here or here that I made a change. Like there's so much more I need to learn. Like considering stats and everything, and making plays based upon player tendencies instead of just blindly following the standard lines. Um, yes, so this is where I started playing 4 tables instead of 6, and actively thinking more. And it worked. I was playing a lot better, and I need to keep doing that. So I'm gonna stick to 4 tabling right now, and trying to learn everything. And if I feel up to it, then go back to 6 tabling. But for now, I'm gonna stick to 4 and learn. So yeah, I did manage to get up here, and with the rake back and everything, I managed to get a profit in March. So that was pretty nice. Um, it wasn't much, but it was better than being negative, I guess. um, right, so um, don't think I've got anything else to say about this. Pretty happy about how it's going. It's just the volume is pathetic. I need to get back into it. Well, the volume isn't gonna be the same like when I was playing 6 tables and when I was playing 12 hours a day as well. But I should be getting it to like at least close to where I was at the start. Even when playing 4 tables. Um, yep, that's about it for the graph and all that. Let's get to the hands. All right, we got aces in the big blind here. We got a razor on the button, and we got a really active guy. We have under 21 hands on him, but he's really active. 3-bet of 17, doesn't fold to 3-bets, doesn't like folding to c-bets either, doesn't like folding to raises on the flop either, and he raises quite a lot. So I not folding to 3-bets means I'm definitely 4-betting here. Original Razor folded. Villain calls. So we have a 3-6-4 flop, which shouldn't hit either of us pretty hard, because it's a 4-bit pot. He checks, I bet, and he raises. Given these stats, even though he's only played 120 hands with us, like, I can never fold here. I've got aces in a 4-bit pot. Even if he smacked this flop, he's gonna show up with like 10s, jacks, queens, more often than anything he hits on this flop, I think. So I just decide to jam here, and he calls. Turn comes jack, river comes 8. Like, unless he binged the jack here, I think I'm pretty sure to win this hand. But the villain turns up fucking 6-4 offsuit, and this kind of tilted me here. Like, call 4-bits with 6-4 off, being 2-pair on the flop and GG repaces. That was pretty obnoxious. But yeah, nothing else to do here, I think. I think on this flop in a 4-bit pot we're always getting in with aces. Don't think, especially against this guy, he could turn up with a whole lot of other chunk, like 6-4 offsuit. But yeah, I think I played this one fine. Just unlucky. Move on to the next one, I guess. Right here, this was an interesting one as well. We've got a caller, a limper in the small blind. We're in a big blind with 10-6 off, so I'm gonna check and take a free flop here. We hit 2-pair on the flop, which is really nice. And villain bets 4.5x pot. 5 hands. He's 80-20. He's limping and then betting big. Like, we're supposed to get it all in here with 2-pair on the flop anyway, so I think, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna get it in here. Turns out he trapped us pretty nicely. That was a killer flop for our hand, though. Yeah, limps aces, hit a set against our 2-pair. It's like, I laughed at this spot here. It's nice trap, mister. I would have just folded if he opened aces there. So yeah, I guess limping aces gets max value here. Rip. Yeah, nothing else to say about this one. Oh yeah, this one is an interesting one. We have King Jack of diamonds in the small blind. Cut off raises. We've got another caller, so I decide to call here in the small blind. And big blind calls as well, so we get a nice little family pot here. Flop a flush draw on a really connected board. I checked the pre-flop aggressor, and he bets 35 cents, so it's an easy call here. And we kind of big blind calls as well. Now, the 4 straight comes out, so this is a pretty tough board. If we don't hit, it's really annoying. Yeah, so we check again. Now, this is quite unfortunate. He bets pot here. Like, he still has a lot behind, and he still has a lot behind as well. But like right here, like at least either one of them has something here. Like, pretty sure both of them have something here because it's a multi-way pot. With the straight out there from the flop and a flush draw here. This guy, I think his range is somewhere like a pretty high flush draw or a straight here. But I think this is less likely. Like, he's betting pot, so he's trying to get max value out of it feels like he's trying to get max value out of a 3. Maybe he has like 7-3 or 7-8 or something. Or he has a flush draw with the ace of diamonds trying to get us off whatever we have. So I decided to fold here, since we have another player behind us. We don't know what he's gonna do yet. Like, if we were closing the action here and this villain would have called here, I would have called as well, seeing a river. But right here in the middle of these two players, I didn't feel confident enough to call here with the king high flush draw, because if any of these guys have like ace queen of diamonds or something and diamond hits, we're gonna lose a really big pot, because they both have over starting stack left and we have over 2 starting stacks left here. So I don't know if this is a mistake, but to a pot size bet and a guy left to act behind us, I thought it was better to fold and wait for a better spot, because this guy is pretty nitty. He's playing 18-13. Let's see c-bet stats. Yeah, he usually bets turn pretty much always. But it's only 215 hands, so we can't really use that stat yet. Yeah, it's a tough one here. If we call and expect to get like at least one of their stacks when a diamond pops off, that's good. But like, if I had an ace high flush draw here, I would have definitely called this bet again, even in this position. But seeing as we have that one player left behind us to act, I think it's better to fold here, but I'm not sure. This might have been a mistake. And he just calls. We wouldn't have hit anyway, but that's... Can't just say it's a good fold because we didn't hit. That would be results oriented. That's not how we do it here. Alright, so he bets again. And the villain calls, and that guy had 7-8. The other guy had 4-5 for 2 pair. It's a pretty opportunistic call here with 4-5 on a 4 straight board. Yeah, I don't know if this was a mistake to not call the turn here. But I think if one of these guys has like ace, they both have ace high flush draws in their range as well, I think. So, given that, I think a fold was okay here. Yeah, if anyone else has a different opinion on this one, please do share. Right, so next hand we have ace jack on the button. Get 2 limpers, so we isolate. Small blind and big blind call as well, and that guy calls as well, so in the cutoff. So we have a nice family pot again. Flop top pair. Guy leads out, other guy calls. So yeah, it's less than half pot. Let's see a turn card here. Everybody calls. So now when this guy takes over the betting, pretty sure this guy has nothing, because he leads out on the flop and then checks turn. Like, maybe he has something, but nothing too impressive, I think. But given this guy just check calling, and then now leading out, and since we have a decent kicker, but we have a decent kicker. If we were like heads up, I would definitely call again here. But in a 4-way pot, I decide to just fold here. Chances are that, especially with 2 people left to act who also call the flop, chances are we are beat here, even if it's not the kicker, maybe by some strange 2-pair or something. So I decided to just fold the ace jack here. Might also be a mistake, but I think it's fine again. I think we're gonna be beat here pretty often in a 4-way pot. This guy calls. Now a 3 comes off. Villain goes all in. This guy calls. And he turns up with 4-6. So he got lucky on the river here. He hit his straight. And the other guy had ace jack as well. So, like on the turn here, we were definitely a dog. Because he had the ace jack, but he had a flush draw as well. We were beating him, but everything was beating him up until here. I think a fold on the turn is fine. We will never be calling a river bet here with ace jack anyway, so I just decided to chuck it in the muck on the turn. I think it was a fine play. Like, preserve money. Like, there's no reason to call ace jack here with 2 people left behind us in a multi-way pot. Like, if this guy would have folded as well, props to that guy for taking the pot there with 6 high, but I think it was fine. Like, I'm trying to find the fold button more often now, because that was something that was costing me some money, I think. Right, so those were the hands. Do I have anything else to say? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get the volume up again now and play smart. Don't call river raises with trash like I sometimes still do, because river raises are always the nuts. Yep, I think that's about it, guys, for this week, and guess I'll see you guys next week. Peace.